Hi, how are you doing? Welcome to vlog 71 and a return to our scheduled programme. This is what we're always supposed to do. So hi. So tonight I wanted to do a vlog about appearance and the two sides of this coin. The one side being that you should always set ridiculously high standards for yourself and turn up in a way and in a manner which you should, like how you turn up to one thing is how you turn up to all things. So you should always turn up well presented and well polished and well turned out to give a good impression. Coupled with the other side of the coin, which is the dirty, gritty, tiring, insane startup culture, which basically says it's okay to be coding in your underpants for 3 days straight, eating pizza and drinking beer. So it's like there's two total different ends of the coin. And the reason that I thought about this as a topic, and it's something I've been thinking about for the last few days, more so since I came back from New York really, because my plan was when I went to New York I was going to buy a New York wardrobe and I didn't really have time to, so I went to New York with like my Kuwait/Glasgow wardrobe and I felt seriously out of place. So anyway, I was watching one of Casey Neistat's vlogs, which is like just, you'll know how much I love him if you've even watched more than 2 of my vlogs, how much inspiration I get from his vlogs about New York. So there was a vlog and he had his wife Candice in it. And Candice is a really successful entrepreneur in her own right, and she set up a company called Finn Jewellery in New York, which is a really successful jewellery designer. And I've always been really inspired by her story because it's always Casey that's seen, you know, as the successful one and the maybe probably the more influential one of the couple, but actually she's built an amazing brand in her own right. And the question and answer session was with both of them, and somebody had written in and asked, why does Candice never wear makeup? And I thought, what an interesting question. I don't imagine anybody would write in and say to Casey, why do you always look so tired? Or why do you always wear t-shirts? Or why do you never wear a suit? Because and I'm not a card carrying feminist, so please don't worry, but my perception is, on a man in the entrepreneurship world, tiredness is a badge of honour. And it's something you can wear with pride, and likewise so is kind of sloppy dressing sometimes. For example, Steve Jobs never wore regular shoes, he wore trainers. I nearly said gutties, which is the Scottish word for trainers. He wore trainers and jeans. Now, if I went into my office in trainers and jeans, everybody would think, I don't know, I was like having a day off. I mean, I've done it, like I have done it, we've all done it. Everybody in that office has come in trainers and jeans. Sometimes you just have those days where you just don't want to put on shoes, right? But if I was, say, going into a meeting with the bank or a meeting with investors and I wore trainers and jeans, I wouldn't be taken seriously. I know I wouldn't. Likewise, when I have a day like today where I've been working solid for, this is now 11:30, and I started at, I can't remember if it was 7 or 8 this morning, say it was 8, that would be the very latest I started. So that's 15 hours straight, 15 and a half hours I've been working for. I've left the apartment once, and that was to go to the shop down the road and get a couple of bottles of water, and that was it. Apart from that, I've been working. So for the vlogs, you know, took my hair scraped back and everything, so for the vlogs I went and had a shower, didn't have time to dry and straighten my hair, that was it, hardly any makeup. And when I thought about it, I thought that's the way I've been turning up to all of my meetings today, and I've had some really important meetings and I've made some really tough decisions, and I've spoke to the team and I've been inspiring people and trying to get them to work harder and do better. And I thought, am I doing myself a disservice by not being not being more better prepared and you know, better looking, and not, do you know what I mean, like outwardly more presentable? That's the way to say it. And it's a strange one because I really don't know the answer, because I'm very much still in the gritty, dirty startup phase. I don't know how to code, so I definitely don't spend 3 days in my underpants coding, but as soon as I open my eyes in the morning, I'll be on Instagram and Snapchat and emails and all of the mediums that I use to get across my message for the business. And I'll have Skype meetings. For example, when I was in New York, my earliest Skype meeting was 3:15 a.m. So I'll get up out of my bed at 3 a.m, I'll have a really, really quick shower, and I'll go into a Skype meeting with wet hair, like you see me just now. And if I needed an hour and a half to get myself ready and prepared, and I was doing my hair and I was doing all that kind of stuff, that would instantly take like an hour and a half off my day. Plus, think of how many times you need to redo your makeup during the day, or like an outfit change or something like that. So you're probably talking about like 3 hours throughout the day. I would totally miss out on because I'm pampering myself. And things like getting my nails done and, you know, going for pedicures and going for massages and stuff, that's all fantastic. But when it's taken away from actual cold face work time, I don't feel like that's a trade-off that most of the time I can do. Sometimes I totally can, like, you know, when the office is open and I'm fully available, I can. But on a Sunday, yes, you can absolutely take time out. And the other side of the coin is the am I doing myself a disservice by turning up kind of not presented. So I was really interested in Candice's response, and what she said was pretty much what I say. She's like, I run a business, I don't have time to put on makeup, and they've got a young kid as well, so obviously they've got like, kind of more on their plate. And I just think that particularly for us female entrepreneurs, and particularly for younger entrepreneurs, so, you know, even like young guy entrepreneurs, but there's a certain expectation of what people look like in business. And I don't think people look like that anymore. I've had meetings with people in jeans that have turned out to be the most productive and profitable meetings of my entire career. I've had meetings with people in suits, which have turned out to be the biggest waste of time ever. So it doesn't really matter, I don't think, how you turn up physically. I think it matters how you turn up mentally and how you turn up emotionally and how you turn up and you're present. Because, okay, I wouldn't leave the house in joggies, right? But I know if I was to go into to a meeting in jeans and be myself and be looking at every single way I can possibly help this person that I'm sitting in front of, and chatting to them as if, you know, I'd known them for years and building rapport and everything like that. If I go in and do that, I'm going to have a more successful meeting than if I go in a really pretty dress and I've got my hair all curled and I've got really nice shoes on and I've had my nails and toes done and everything like that, and I'm spending the whole meeting worrying about, oh my god, is a hair out of place? Because I'm not going to be interested in what that conversation is. But I do wonder if there's a middle ground. And this is where, I mean, I don't have the answer in my vlog, but I think it's important for us to all look at what impression we're given. I have been in numerous situations in the last few months where people have undervalued my input into something because of the way I've presented myself. And that's not always physical appearance. Sometimes it's you undersell yourself. Sometimes it's you're too humble. Sometimes you underplay your achievements. And I don't know if that's a female thing. I don't know if it's a West of Scotland thing. I don't know if it's a newbie entrepreneur thing. Maybe it's a tiredness thing. You know, I can't carry my tiredness like a badge of honour. People just tell me I look shit. I'm tired, but I look shit. But you don't get that with a guy. You go, God, you're really putting in the hours, good for you. I get, you need to take care of yourself, you're looking really old. So that's the kind of different ends of the spectrum. But yeah, maybe there is something in it, but should it be like that? Should it be based so purely on looks when we look at people like Mark Cuban, who set up $1 billion business and never changed out his sweatpants? And we look on the other hand at women like Sarah Blakely, who's constantly immaculately turned out and looks fantastic. And also I heard a really interesting story about Michelle Mone. Michelle Mone was very overweight when she set up her business, or sorry, she put on a lot of weight when she set up the business, and Rod Stewart's wife, it was either Rachel Hunter or Penny Lancaster, said to her, you need to treat your body like a business. And Michelle Mone lost all that weight and now she's her best advert. I don't know what the answer is. I mean, I think we could all dress a bit smarter, we could all lose a bit of weight, we could all tone up, we could all eat healthier, we could all do all these things. And maybe there's something to be gained by having those great habits in our life anyway. But I think when it comes down to it, I would much rather buy the content than buy the packaging. And if you just make sure that what you're delivering is in perfect condition, then I think as long as you're taking care of yourself and as long as you're not running yourself into the ground and you're eating healthy and you're doing exercise and all these things that are good, I think you've got a bit of leeway to turn up in jeans sometimes. I hope so anyway, or else half my outfit's in the bin. But I'm going to make a better effort when I go back to New York, because seriously, those brokers know how to dress. If you watch $1 Million Listing, that's how they look. So that's probably not helped because there's not really been any clear clarification on what I'm talking about and any outcome from it. But I'm going to make a more conscious decision over the next few weeks to be aware of how I look, what I wear. But I think the thing to leave you with is, if you are a female in this business or you're a young entrepreneur in this business, be more worried about your product than you are about the packaging, because people are going to buy from you if you're honest, if you're genuine, if you follow through in what you say, and if you can deliver. And if people judge you for how you look or for how you try and maybe downplay what you're doing, then that judgment's on them. But hopefully that will give you the encouragement to shine your light a teeny bit brighter next time and to be more confident of your achievements and of what you're capable of, and go out and show the world exactly what you can do, dressed however the fuck you want. Okay, good night guys. It's definitely the last vlog for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow for vlog 72. Good night.